empty. And this is my mind. A dark, dark place. So what's been on my mind lately is the power of situationships. Because if you think about it, 2024, amongst many things, elections and stuff. Has definitely been the year of situationships. Think about it, from Taylor Swift with Tortured Poets and Sabrina Carpenter with Short and Sweet, and hell, even Chappell Roan made one for the girls with Good Luck Babe. And all of them have been about flings instead of relationships. So it got me wondering, what is it exactly about situationships that is such a potent source of inspiration? I know, deranged, absolutely deranged to start a conversation about the love with science. But I do think it's important in this case, because whenever you meet someone, you get to know them, be it the love of your life or, yet another disappointment. Let's be honest, that one is more likely. Your body is kind of fighting against your reason to make sure that you're falling as deep as it is humanly possible. Essentially, your brain gets flooded with hormones, and the hormones make you dumb. Very much so. And one of the biggest culprits, I would say, I guess scientists would say, I'm just repeating it, is oxytocin, which is a very powerful substance that can make you feel anything from peace and bliss to happiness and euphoria. And, well, oxytocin is sort of the paint that colors all of the memories that we gather from those first couple of months. And yes, it is something that keeps being introduced into our system anytime we're surrounded by people we love, anytime we hug. But during those first months, it is at its highest point. And so if you think about it, every single situationship is just, well, being seen through the rosiest possible of rose-colored glasses. And it's no wonder that those memories that you have are some of the most beautiful ones, because, well, your perception is severely skewed. And then I would say another aspect is that, well, situationships versus relationships is essentially the exceptional versus the mundane. Think about it. Oh, is that not going to fall? How many times did you actually talk to your situationship about taxes, health, death? So many wonderful topics. You probably didn't. How many times did you see them snotty, coughing, and just absolutely disgusting? Again, you probably didn't. How many times did you wake up with them by your side and they were looking absolutely awful with, terribly smelly breath and all of that? Again, probably not many times if, they even stayed the night. Whereas in a relationship, you get to experience, yes, the highs, but also the lows and the lows, which I think is the bigger issue. You get to experience life. Whereas in a situationship, it's essentially living in a TV show where you get to experience the seasonal plot, and every time the script threatens to get boring, you get a commercial break. Not to mention, you're all dolled up, everyone is looking their greatest. Because, well, it's just simply not real. But I think as humans, we have a tendency of picking fiction over reality. Or maybe that's just me. Something to think about next time. The thing is, with a situationship, I mean, yes, you know, hormones, the excitement and everything. But personally, I do believe that something else that keeps us coming back to them, be it, you know, physically or simply mentally, is the fact that we love being stuck in the past. And maybe you're screaming at me like, what do you mean? I wish I could move on. But do you really? We talk about what ifs and we perceive them as this like greatest phantom that you could be possibly haunted by. It keeps you awake at night. It makes you toss and turn because you keep wondering, would it be different? Had I done that thing differently? Had I said something else? Had we met at a different time? Where would I be right now? The truth of the matter is that I think it is mostly a coping mechanism. Think about it. Wondering about the past, pondering over it, is one of the easiest ways to ease the horrors of the present and the anxieties over the future. So essentially, I see what ifs as a comfort blanket made of glass. Yeah. Or dusting paper. Yes, that's exactly what ifs are. Comfort blanket made of dusting paper. So, you still want to cover yourself up with that? Didn't think so. I get to say my favorite YouTuber line, which is, oh, there we have a guest. My camera died. So, wait, let me have a sip. Because I'm about to spill some tea. Watch me actually do that. And yes, I am drinking, in fact, tea with milk. I'm in my British lady era. It's great. Having loads of fun. Anyways, quit stalling. Personally, in my very own experience, I've realized upon investigating the many relationships and situationships, yes, there have been plenty of them. Yes, absolutely. Anyways, I've come to the conclusion that one of the reasons why I find so much more inspiration for my writing, specifically, in my situationships rather than relationships is because I cared about them more. Yeah, that's the truth. Now, before you go and crucify me or scream, yes, me too, which, yes, would be nicer, allow me to explain, not excuse, explain. I think some of you may probably feel similarly, but I was equipped with a debilitating fear of rejection, and I think it has skewed my perception of many things, but for the sake of this conversation, relationships. And so somewhere in my twisted little mind, I figured out that relationships are hardly ever equal. They're not really balanced. Perfect ones are. Sure, your soulmate and all of that. But most cases, someone cares more. And I came up with a brilliant solution to the problem. Well, I'm just going to be the one who cares less, because this way I will not get hurt. And so, as you know, life would often have it. You have those moments when you're being presented with two very different paths, two very different choices, and two very different people. And whenever that happened to me, because yes, it happened plenty of times, I would see this one path with the person, excuse you, what are you doing right now? I would see this path with the person who absolutely frightened me. They were petrifying because one look at them made me feel like it awakened a storm inside of me. And I thought, if this is how you make me feel at the beginning, how are you going to make me feel at the end? Because yes, the end is coming. It's always coming. And then there was the other person towards whom I had warm feelings, but I was well aware of the fact that whatever I felt, they felt a lot more. And so, in my stupid young years, I would choose the latter person, which was unfair to, well, first of all, them, but ultimately to myself as well. And so, doing that, probably again, some of you may know, does not really end well. And so there comes a point where you think to yourself, do you know what? Maybe I will risk it. Because even if I get my heart broken, I'll get something in return. And hell, at least I'll feel something. And yeah, then the other person is no longer interested. As they should be, to be fair. Because like, well, your loss, your timing was way off. See? another what if. And yeah, so in trying to protect my poor little heart, I would still end up with, a broken heart, sleepless nights, buckets of tears, and countless what ifs. So I think, honestly, what is on my mind right now is the fact that we're screwed. The odds are stacked against us. Our bodies are working against us. The world is working against us. Timing is working against us. No, for real, I think the way we are wired, the way the world functions, especially now where people seem to be allergic to commitment, I think that situationships will have the upper hand. For at least most of us, unfortunately. But to end this on a less sour note, listen, maybe apart from countless what-ifs and sleepless nights and many regrets, you could also turn your situationship into a #1 on Billboard's 100 list. And that is my wish for you today. Okay, this was nerve-wracking. Like, I talk, I'm a yapper, professional, so to say, I'm a teacher, so yes. This, odd, strange, very particular, but truth of the matter is I have a lot of things on my mind. Yes, my mind is yelling at me constantly, 24/7. And so I thought to myself, I have the time, I might as well put it out somewhere. And so I would like this to be a place for me to overshare my thoughts and for you to be able to do that as well. So I guess, I can't believe I'm about to say that. Like, subscribe, and tell me what has been on your mind. Oh my god, that is so corny. Jesus Christ. I guess that's it. Bye!
Well, you cute ears. Do you have situationships? You actually do. There are about 10 dogs in this neighborhood that you have a situationship with. I'm jealous. Huh?
No, who said that? I didn't.